Good evening, everyone. My name is Apple Grace Balaba Pinagunda. My assigned topic is Lesson 22, which is Literature Grammar Integration, the four-prong approach. For our objectives, at the end of the lesson, you are expected to first explain the features of the four-prong approach to teaching literature and language skills. Second, integrate different language skills through literature study. And last, plan lessons integrating literature and grammar lessons. Introduction. Using literature in English and communicative competence has been argued to be beneficial to learners. Colley and Slater 1990 cited four reasons to favor the use of literature in the language classroom. It is a valuable, authentic material, provide cultural enrichment, offers language enrichment, and provides personal involvement of learners. Moreover, it is rich source for learning reading. Strong 1996. The use of different literary genres help in teaching communicative skills as they provide context to develop not only reading strategies but also vocabulary acquisition and grammatical forms and appreciation of others' cultural values. In study, Beck and Makion 2001 noted an increase in the vocabulary of the learners attributed to specific vocabulary activities associated with reading text. Among young learners, oral reading is useful in developing their knowledge background, exposing them to new word meaning in other contexts and promoting incidental learning of grammatical points. Meyer and Wardup 1994. Think. One approach to integrating literature in the language class is the four-prong approach, developed by Basilisa Manhit, reading professor of the University of the Philippines. The approach is rooted in several philosophical foundations, namely, it is literature-based. It is holistic and its emphasis is on the process of transfer. Ocampo and Hermosa 1997. The four prongs are: first prong, genuine love for reading. The objectives in this stage is to develop learners' appreciation to read. Okay, a genuine love for reading is something that many, if not all parents, would like to inculcate their children. Exposing children to books at the young age allows them to develop their skills in listening and speaking, and later on builds on their reading and writing skills as they learn language and increase their vocabulary. To achieve it, teachers need to select a literary selection, a story or a poem that is appropriate to the learner's characteristics, interests, age, and vocabulary level. Pre-reading activities involve motivating the learners to create interest for them to read. Activating the prior experiences related to the reading selection can make learners see the connections between what they know and what is to be read. Difficult words are unlocked. Before the learners read, a motive question is raised. It is a question about the reading selection that will engage the learners into an active inquiry as they read. It serves as the purpose for reading. Halimbawa, what is the story all about? What does the main character want to achieve? Then, learners read the selection, or while reading, readers monitor their reading if they comprehend it, guided by the motive question. Second prong, critical reading. After reading the selection, the teacher engaged the learners to process the reading activity. It involves post-reading activities. Critical reading means that a reader applies certain processes, models, questions, and theories that result in enhanced clarity and comprehension. This is more involved both in effort and understanding in a critical reading than a mere skimming of the text. The learners answer the motive question. Then they answer different types of reading comprehension questions. Literal questions. Reading the lines. Questions whose answers are directly found in the selection read. Halimbawa, what happened when Berto released the bird? What incident made father realize he was wrong? Interpretative questions. Reading between the lines. Questions that requires learners to make inferences using the information or detail found in the selection read. Example, based on the descriptions of other characters above Joanne, what kind of girl is she? Why was Ray still happy even when the birthday party was cancelled? Next, evaluation of critical thinking, questioning the text and the author. Learners' focus shifts to the assessment of the implicit message of the reading selection, questioning the message and purpose of the author. Example, could this story happen in your family? Were the statements of Joanna facts or her options? Next, application or value integration. Learners associate the story to their own experiences in life. They identify situations that they could relate with based on their experiences. Example, what part of incident in the story that you see yourself? Next, why do you like or dislike this story? And last, creating understanding. Learners transform the message they understood from the reading selection in a new form. They may be asked to draw and color the character they like the most, make a jingle or rhyme to convey the moral of the story, or act out the scenes in the story they like the best.
Third prong, mastery of the structures of the language, also known as grammar and oral language development. So what is the definitions of this? As learners respond to the questions in the second prong, they develop speaking and listening skills as they talk about the selections read. In addition, the teacher selectively writes on the board models or examples of fundamental languages. As teachers guide them in processing these examples, learners discover the grammatical structures illustrated by the sentences. They form generalizations about the patterns observed from the given examples. After that, learners are given practice exercises to develop mastery of the grammatical structures learned. Grammar and oral language development encompasses the idea that students should be taught skills in reading and grammar based on the selections read. The teaching of grammar skills is not separated by itself, but is a lesson that is built on the reading selection. So what are the activities that help students to their grammar and oral language development? And these are the word games. Word games, this will help the students to expand children's vocabulary. Second is the tongue twister. The tongue twister are an excellent and fun way to teach children correctly pronunciations and enunciations of word and many more.
Fourth prong or transfer stage. The fourth prong is the transfer stage or SP. This is a prong where reading readiness activities are given to the children. At the lower grade level, learners are engaged in activities to develop phonemic awareness, decoding, and encoding skills. What are those activities? Reading readiness activities such as read lots of nursery rhymes and rhyming picture books together. Sing a song by changing the first sound in some of the words. Third, play games that encourage children to identify words that begin with a specific letter sound. What is the aim of transfer stage? The aim of transfer stage is to develop complete mastery of the sounds of the letters in the alphabet and to develop independent word attack skills.